it was more even size-wise than this matchup is. Referee Tom Dunn in there. You needed the biggest referee in AIW to be able to handle this mountain of a matchup.
Here we go.
You know, I've got to wonder. Obviously, Swoggle's got a lot of friends here. We heard Josh Bishop talk about it, screaming in our ears. But let's not forget, Microman has an amigo of his own that's in the locker room today. Last time he was here, he and Hardway Holloway got real close.
Two friends.
The capacity crowd. Oh, test of strength on a Swoggle.
Gotta be careful.
Swoggle said he was waiting his whole career for it.
He's looking good, too.
He is. Look, he's showing off how trim he is.
To do it.
Says, I want to test the strength because I'm different. Oh! Microman biting the finger.
That's my shit.
Of course, Tom Dunn.
We talked about your stick.
We talked about, right to the butt down. That is Swoggle's thing.
Back and forth.
I do that. That's my stuff. That's what I get paid for around here. You show up. You bite the fingers. You bite the ass. I'm trying to get over here.
And I'll be honest, I think, Microman shrugged. I don't think so much out of not caring as he didn't understand a word that Swoggle just yelled at him.
No,
Swoggle has Microman up. He's got him up. Up on the shoulder. Oh, look for a Dominator. Swoggle looked for the Dominator arm drag out of it. He's looking. Joshua Bishop pointing out that perhaps he was going to take Microman to exit 187 as he learned as a member of the trademark name Army. Bulldog out of Microman.
Huge Bulldog. Makes the cover. Swoggle able to kick out.
Microman hopping up.
Going to the first rope.
Which is about the equivalent of someone else going to the second rope. Microman, he negated on the bottom rope. He negates the size advantage. Now trying to get in position. Looking for a Rana. And he Rana Swoggle down under the bottom rope. Swoggle catches himself spinning back into the ring.
Hits his post. Big boots. Big take style.
The giant boot. And look, Swoggle is very frustrated that people are not happy with him.
Yeah, it's not the first time somebody's called Swoggle an asshole.
I'll be honest. They may have just met Swoggle before. That may have nothing to do with the match. Beeling him out of the corner.
The power.
Colin, I'm the midget around here.
Colin Delaney out there.
Here, you little shit.
Another big toss.
The strength of Swoggle on display, just beeling Microman around the ring.
Looking like a talented Sam Holloway throwing Microman around like that. Call him Swatista.
And there it is. He's into the corner is Swoggle.
Swoggle grabbing at the mask.
Trying to elevate him.
Just picking him up.
Just ragdolling Microman up onto the bottom turnbuckle.
Microman's fighting back.
And we said when he's on that bottom turnbuckle, he negates the size advantage. That right hand out of Swoggle. Swoggle show us strength.
Got the power.
Oh, sitting out. Almost a Michinoku driver there out of Swoggle.
Swoggle able to bust out some offense you don't usually get to see from him.
Swoggle to the outside.
What is he looking for?
Looking under the ring. Swoggle, we said it was a wee bit of intense rules. Wasn't sure if he was looking under there or if he was just going somewhere he's more comfortable.
Veteran of the WLC match, knows how to wheel the chair.
And the door.
Got a door.
Swoggle producing the door from under the ring.
Yeah. Tosses it.
Oh, he's got a shutter instead.
Smaller door.
He's got the smaller door. He's got the shutter. The mini version of the door.
Maybe the worst.
And you got
Bishop just pointed out, hurts way worse.
Those slats come out, man. Those slats just crack over your head.
What are we thinking here?
Lifting that. Struggling, trying to get it positioned where he wants it.
Setting it up in the corner.
The size of it. Gets it, but Microman's got the chair!
Must have moved it! Like a fastball in the head of Swoggle.
Microman into the ropes!
3.5, 4.5.
And now, looking, German suplex out of Microman!
Dropping him on his head.
One more time. Just throwing Swoggle.
Using that lower body.
He's got him measured up. Microman drop kicks the Swoggle through the shutter.
Back of Swoggle's head snapped through that. Swoggle's out cold. Microman is in control.
Microman making the cover. No, Microman was getting he's getting it out of the way so he can position Swoggle where he wants him.
What is Microman thinking?
Microman charging in, springs off him. Bottom turnbuckle into a Vader bomb. There's a cover. 1, 2. No!
Oh, only a 2 count. Microman with all of his weight on the chest of Swoggle.
Microman besides himself. Questioning Tom Dunn, who, along with Hardway Holloway, made good friends with Microman. And Microman one more time. Double stomp off. Looks for the splash, but Swoggle recovers.
Nobody home. Swoggle lining him up.
Gets to the feet. Oh, Swoggle's got him by the throat. He's got him. Got the arm over.
Gonna send him up. Put him down.
And the elevation. Choke bomb on a Swoggle, and he gets the pin.
Swoggle dropped him from the heavens with that close lock, with that drop, with that choke slam.
Colin's gonna hate that I'm doing this. I don't give a shit. I love this place too. This is my second fucking home. I say it every year. I don't know how long this road is gonna be, but I fucking promise each and every one of you AIW fans, AIW supporters, that this will always be a stop on the road. There are 400 plus people in jam-packed Lakewood, Ohio. You guys...
500! Say it, 5!
I guess I'm gonna have to find another midget back there. I'm sure I'm not gonna get paid now. Visit me at the merch table. Guys, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting this. Thank you all. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Look on his face he did when he got out of the barbed wire and Chuck was still in it. Looking to end Chuck Stone's reign.
Perhaps setting up. He's got him on the corner. Might be looking for that muscle buster.
It's a lot of man to get up. Chuck's fighting out.
Headbutt gets his way out of there. One more time, affiliate bomb. Gets it across the knee. That backbreaker power bomb.
Chuck Stone standing tall. Marino behind him.
Philly and Marino are in. Phil and Marino are in. Sunset Dreams on Stone. Sunset Dreams on Stone, but there's the stomp out of Eric Taylor.
Eric Taylor's got him.
Philly to his feet. Taylor catches him.
Duke's got him up. The most dangerous move in AIW history.
Looking for the Duke driver. Philly. And I think He sees his opportunity, he had a chance to win this 8-man tag, but instead, he's calling for the trophy so he can cash in. He's trying to get up, trying to get Chuck Stone up.
Duke driver and a stomp.
Eric Taylor instructing Pedro to announce it.
Eric Taylor is cashing in his guaranteed championship match due to his victory in the 2024 JT Lightning Invitational.
Looking to end it.
For the AIW Absolute Championship.
Wait a second! Oh my God! Eric Taylor just blasted his supposed best friend in the back of the head with the trophy. He's cashing in on the Absolute title on his best friend Chuck Stone, and he gets the 3 count.
Eric Taylor's the Absolute champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner and new AIW Absolute Champion,
And Eric Taylor and the damn Duke have done it yet again to a tag team partner.
I'm in shock right now, Wadsworth.
Yet again, Eric.
17 years ago. Colin has lived a lifetime since then.
And we saw, as I said, 2 years ago in the JT Lightning Invitational Tournament, Chavo Guerrero showed in that matchup with Dominic Greeny that he has not lost a step in his very long and prestigious career. And Chavo checking Jay Clemens, making sure he's not hiding.
Jay Clemens always no good.
You know, he's always hiding something.
That's what that stupid look on his face always is. Did I mention how good this Penguin City beer is?
Another reason to make sure you're here live whenever AIW returns to Youngstown, Ohio. But your next opportunity will be at the Roxy in Lakewood as we return to the greater Cleveland area. Friday, March 28th, Barely Lethal.
If you're looking for tickets, scan the QR code on the screen. Very, very limited tickets. Sold out last time. Expect to sell out beforehand this time.
And Chavo showing exactly what I was talking about. Has not lost a step. Snapmare over. Boot just scraping the face.
Chavo seems like he's getting younger. Like a fine wine, better with age.
Delaney works back to his feet. Waiting for Chavo. Rallying this crowd. And interesting to see Colin Delaney, as I said, normally have the home court advantage, but in AIW's return to Youngstown, we have a number of fans from the Youngstown area that are not AIW regulars, not as familiar with Colin Delaney as they are with Chavo Guerrero.
Weren't watching ECW in 2006.
Shoulder block just running right through Colin, heads to the outside. Delaney, I overheard him backstage mentioning he's had some issues with his shoulder lately.
Yeah, you can see the KT tape on there. You figure if we see it, Chavo Guerrero also sees it.
He's got some damage to it. He's got to have some work done on it.
Some stretching it out, getting some mobility. Using that count.
And Colin, little show of Chavo's own material there. That diving roll back into the ring. Trademark Guerrero's. Chavo backs Colin in, sends him in. Colin runs through Chavo, sends Chavo to the outside this time.
Oh, showing off the strength, the power. I think this crowd is very behind Chavo Guerrero here tonight.
And right now,
Chavo enjoying a beer. Chavo knows beer.
Imagine right here from Penguin City Brewery. taking his time getting back to the ring. Chavo steps back in. Colin giving him his room to come in, and Colin just puffing himself right up. Still quite proud of himself after that shoulder block sent Chavo to the outside. To him a little bit of hand fighting.
Chavo, nice step behind. Oh, caught the switch. Chavo showing that very, very rarely is Colin Delaney in there with somebody who has more of a veteran knowledge than him. See him in there, Chavo Guerrero.
Incredibly done on a Chavo. The standing switch was blocked. He let Colin get just enough momentum to think that he had the advantage. But there Colin takes it right back with the wrist lock. He's got the leverage that he wants. Chavo, though, rolls through, kicks back to his feet, takes a wrist lock of his own. And uses it to send Colin over, and a kick to the face for good measure.
Chavo Guerrero, one of those wrestlers who's forgotten more than most wrestlers know. Been part of this business his entire life.
Chavo now the overhand wrist lock. Colin tries to turn into it, manages to turn it into a hammer lock of his own. Chavo reaching back, going to try to get up to get the momentum.
Brings him through.
Snapmares him over, manages to break the hammer lock, rear chin lock now out of Guerrero.
Chavo Guerrero putting on a clinic right now.
Oh, just stretching. Knee between the shoulder blades. We talked about the shoulder damage, and you can hear it out of Colin Delaney, the cry of agony.
Using his head to create more pressure.
As he managed to transition there, Colin had worked his way to his feet.
Dropping him right on that shoulder. Colin Delaney.
2 count only for Chavo.
Chavo just working over Colin right now.
Kicked right down through the Achilles tendon and now through the back of the leg, just trying to cut it out from beneath. One after another, back of the knee, the Achilles tendon just targeting it and now stretching that knee over the second rope.
Just ruthless. Staying on Colin Delaney.
Now drags Colin out by the foot, sweeps the other leg.
Oh, going to the ring post. Oh, no.
Drags Colin out. He's going to get a whole lot of momentum. Just wraps that knee around the steel post.
Colin Delaney won't be able to walk anymore.
He was worried about that shoulder, but the knee may be in even worse shape.
These disgusting freaks cheering for it. This man might be maimed right now.
Chavo dragging Colin back in, snapmares him over, gets him down in position, goes right back after that leg. Oh, just snapping back. He had the foot up behind, or excuse me, in front of the other leg.
Yeah, just pulling that knee, pulling it out of its socket.
And now cranking across, using his knee right into the bend of the knee of Colin Delaney.
Gotta assume the damage has now been done.
Just pulling it sideways.
Who knows what kind of tendons, what muscles might be torn inside that knee right now. Colin Delaney.
Kick to the midsection out of Chavo. Reversal of the whip by Colin. Throws Chavo in. Baseball slide German suplex. Often imitated, never duplicated the originator of it. Colin Delaney, we haven't seen him pull that one out in quite some time.
No, Chavo Guerrero's head bounced off the mat. Now Colin applying the pressure, staying on Chavo Guerrero.
Right across the back of the head, forcing the throat across the middle rope.
Now Chavo trying to retreat to the outside.
Drops the point of the elbow right down onto Chavo. Cutting him off before he can get it, now pulling him across the bottom rope, using it to choke Chavo. Colin Delaney, no stranger to taking shortcuts as he needs to.
Absolutely vicious. Colin,
Chavo.
very rarely do we see him here in AIW as a singles competitor. Former absolute champion, though. Former gauntlet winner.
And a man who has competed in every JT Lightning Invitational tournament. Right there, he drops Chavo face first onto the top turnbuckle. Cover hook of the leg, 2 count only. Colin double checking with Jake Clemens on that one.
Now right back to the ropes with Chavo Guerrero.
Now he's wrapping Chavo up through the ropes and cranking him. And then a forearm shot to the back right between those shoulders.
Grabbing the hands.
Pulling him back in.
Big lifter. Sending Colin back.
Colin, though, stays pressing the advantage. Forearm shot right into the jaw of Chavo Guerrero Jr. Sends him across hard into the turnbuckles. Charging in, but Chavo gets the foot up. But catches the leg lariat right to the face out of Colin.
Hip up. Colin Delaney feeling himself. A little shimmy of the shoulders.
The Guerrero shimmy. Of course, the trademark of Chavo's Uncle Eddie and Chavo himself. Chavo kicking out, rolls back to the middle of the ring.
Driving the knee into the back.
And uses it as a fulcrum as he pulls back with that rear chin lock, that knee firmly buried in the spine right between the shoulder blades.
Colin Delaney trying to wear Chavo down, slow him down. Bring this to a pace that could work for him.
Especially after the damage that he suffered earlier. But this crowd coming alive, getting behind Chavo again.
Chavo in the distance.
Trio of knees, but Colin catches him, sends him right back down to the mat one more time, grounds him. Just trying to grind it out at this point. Transitions to that overhand wrist lock.
Just pulling the arm back.
He's got that knee in place, holding the leg down. Chavo manages to get his legs free, looking to turn his body, and he does.
Turns into it. Colin keeping the armbar on it.
But Chavo gets where he needs to be. Trio, a shot to the midsection, kick out of Delaney.
Delaney looking to
into the ropes, but there is a drop kick. Picture perfect, on point to the jaw. Delaney is counting the stars.
The momentum works against him. Looks to get a running start at something. And all he caught was Chavo's boots.
Chavo up to his feet, ducks the clothesline, attempt flying forearm out of Guerrero.
Down to the corner. Double knees into the corner.
Drops Delaney out. Now stepping over.
Chavo slingshot senton into the ring.
Just throwing his body weight down to the senton, hook of the leg, 2 count. Colin manages to push him aside.
Chavo Guerrero, little
up.
shimmy. Looking, lining up on Colin Delaney.
Kick to the midsection.
Colin grabbing the ropes.
I think Chavo might have been looking for the 3 amigos right there. Colin was well prepared for it, dragged him out, but Chavo pulls him out from the ropes, knee to the midsection. Oh, but Colin counters into that ace crusher. Hooked the leg, grabbing the heel, but doesn't grab the far leg, and Guerrero gets his foot on the ropes.
That's some veteran instinct, knowing the ropes were right there, getting your foot on them. Only a 2 count.
Tries again, only the 2 count for him. Colin right hand to Chavo. On his way to his feet, and another one. Backs Chavo into the ropes.
Down
Delaney
again.
Running start kick to the midsection. And this time there is no counter. There it is. Swings the hips. Rolls back to the feet. Number 2, and it's time for the 3rd amigo.
That's dos amigos.
3 amigos.
3 amigos.
Turns Colin so he can get him where he wants him.
Chavo going to the top rope. And for the frog splash.
Frog splash, and it hits on a Chavo. Hook of the leg, 2, 3.
Chavo Guerrero Jr.
I want to say thank you to all of you for keeping indie wrestling alive. And not only alive, but thriving. Thank you, guys. Thank you to all the guys in the back and girls in the back that allowed me to come out here and play in the ring. I appreciate you. Thank you to All Intense Wrestling, Absolute Intense Wrestling, for having me here. Thank you, my old friend, Colin Delaney. I wrestled him for the ECW Championship many moons ago. But thank you for a competition, man, always. I appreciate you, respect to all your fans, and for the person who did that frog splash better than anyone, Eddie. Viva la raza!
The women's division will do just that.
Tom Dunn checking the opponents. Making sure there's going to be no nefarious means.
Now verifying that both these women ready to go. I think both these women are always ready to go. Zoey Skye looking for a little show of respect in this one.
Joseline Navarro, obliging maybe. Nope, didn't think so. Was shocked that she was going to shake her hand. More expected the pie face.
Well, all that has done is let the veteran Zoey Skye know just what to expect in this matchup. These two sizing each other up. Collar and elbow tie up. Zoey Skye with the go behind rear waist lock. Joseline attempting to drop down, pop that hip out, manages to break the grip, go behind of her own, right into that side headlock.
Joseline showing the speed, former track athlete.
Zoey Skye, though, transitioning, as I said, you think of some of the biggest names in women's wrestling that she has been in there with, both here in AIW and elsewhere.
Cravat turned around. Oh, pulls her through with the power.
Ducks under the chop attempt, reversal on the Irish whip. Joseline rolls through, kick is caught!
And Zoey Skye eat nothing but mat there.
Joseline stacks her up, rolls her forward over those shoulders, 2 count only.
Ducks it, rolls her up. Only a 1 count. Oh. Zoey going stiff off that forearm shot. Oh, big Saito.
Just folding Zoey Skye up, makes the cover. Perhaps didn't have all the weight down across the sternum, across that far shoulder.
Another 1 count. Joseline Navarro already frustrated, and this match just got underway. Joseline sends her off. Nope, reverse.
Reversal one more time.
Going
There's
low.
Zoey Skye sliding underneath.
That veteran presence is Zoey Skye.
Diving in with that drop kick. Now charging in, European uppercut in the corner. Looking to snapmare over, but Joseline has that double overhook on the top rope. Back elbow, though, loosens that up. Snapmare out of Zoey Skye, drop kick. Cover, hook in the leg, 1 count only right there.
Right to the cover, very smart, staying on Joseline Navarro. Wearing her down. Joseline.
Looking to use that size advantage, back Zoey Skye into the ropes. Clothesline missing. Cross body, though, Joseline just catches her.
Caught, looking to deposit her.
All the way slam.
Halfway across the ring, Wadsworth. Joseline just reveling in her power.
Rather cocky cover there, only a 2 count out of it. She may have done quite a bit of damage, but it is going to take a whole lot to keep Zoey Skye down. I think there are very few in professional wrestling that have the heart and the fight of Zoey Skye.
The heart and fight and the experience. You have to figure the longer this match goes on, the more it's in favor of Zoey Skye. Knowing the tricks, knowing what it's like to be in there.
But she's got to
all
avoid
these years.
She's got to avoid being in that situation. If Joseline can lay on her, can lay that foot, lay her body into her, it is going to shorten the stamina, shorten the lungs of Zoey Skye in this situation. The right hand to the side of the head isn't going to help anybody in that situation either.
Joseline can use that power.
And Zoey Skye up, just stalling. Vertical suplex. Crawls over, makes the cover, hook of the leg.
Hooks
Two
both
count
legs.
only.
2 count only after hooking both legs.
Joseline arguing with Tom Dunn in this situation. She needs to stay on top of Zoey Skye. Don't let her get back to her feet.
No, once again, the veteran. You can't let her have a second. She will take advantage of anything. She's seen it all.
Forearm shot in the corner now.
Joseline taking her time.
Charging in, nobody home. The knee lift misses. Clothesline, back elbow. Ducks the clothesline, spinning Joseline. Comes off the ropes with the clothesline. Joseline, though, still on her feet. Ducking underneath, kick to the midsection, drops her down. Inzugiri.
Zoey giving up the size advantage, but against most opponents, she gives up the size advantage. She's used to it.
Double knee to the back, drove the face of Joseline Navarro into that second turnbuckle. Now Zoey Skye headed up to the top rope.
Looking to fly.
Cross body, hits it, hits the legs. 2 count only. Momentum went straight through, hooked both legs.
I had her stacked on her shoulders. Zoey Skye almost had that one.
No, measuring her up. Drives the knee up through the chest.
Joseline trying to find the ropes. Finds herself in no man's land. Zoey going back to the top rope.
Measuring Joseline up. Joseline crawling. For a second there was crawling away. Look for the double stomp. Joseline underneath. Zoey Skye rolls through it. Eats a big pump kick.
Just wipe Zoey Skye out.
Cover hook of the leg. You could count. No!
I thought that was 3. Unbelievable. She put her foot right through her chest. Joseline.
But I think Joseline Navarro thinks it's just as unbelievable as we do.
Getting a little frustrated. Got a little bit of a tantrum. But intelligently getting right back on Zoey Skye, put her in the corner.
Forearm shot in the corner, shoulder into the midsection. That's what I was talking about. She's going to lay on her, not just hitting those shoulders, but continuing to lean the weight in through the ribs in the midsection.
Joseline seems to have this one won. Just got one more move to finish her off.
And she is taking Zoey Skye to the top rope. Not somewhere we are used to seeing Joseline Navarro.
No, this might do it, though.
Looking for that superplex. Zoey Skye just cranking down on that top rope with her knees to avoid being snapped over. Gets a little bit of separation for that chop. Sweeps the leg. Joseline hit head first on the top turnbuckle, trying to stay from falling to the mat.
Zoey
Skye.
Talk about Joseline putting her boot through Zoey Skye. Zoey Skye just
cover hook of the leg at Zoey Skye.
Here's your winner, Zoey Skye.
What a win for Zoey Skye.
And we talked about the veteran.
One of the most exciting wrestlers of all time, Jay Lethal.
A guy that so many times over the years, there have been attempts to bring him here to AIW. It's never quite worked out. It finally did tonight.
So today, I make finally my debut here. But I gotta tell you, I would have made my debut years ago here if I knew that this is just one big wrestling party.
We try to tell everybody.
Listen, one of the worst kept secrets in professional wrestling, Jay. You missed out on some prime partying years, man.
We just got a whole emo night after this. We'll talk about partying.
And I watched almost each and every one of you singing along and pumping your fists. And I remembered why I loved wrestling so freaking much when I was young. And I wanted to grab the microphone and say my piece right now because after the match, I might not be able to because of what I heard about you, Alex. Now let me tell you something, Price. Alec, hold on. Everybody who talked to me here, the fans who came up to my table, all the wrestlers in the back, they said, I can't wait to watch you two step into the ring because Alec is one of the best wrestlers in the freaking world. So Alec, I just wanted to grab the mic ahead of time and say, show me what you freaking got.
A little bit of respect for the veteran.
Jay Lethal has done his homework on the Prize City OG. As we said, of course, Alec Price well aware of what this matchup could mean for him. Side headlock there out of Lethal. Price sends him to the ropes. Lethal holding on to the ropes. Little shades of his buddy.
Price a little bit of strut himself. A little feeling out process here.
Not going to let Lethal play head games. Side headlock now out of Price. Lethal looking to stand it up. Try to force some loss of leverage. Price manages to send Lethal into the ropes. Leapfrog. Lethal runs right through him. As I said, don't be fooled.
Jay Lethal in full control right now.
Jay Lethal, 24 years. Class of 2001 out of Jersey All Pro Wrestling. And is still going strong. Still able to hang with the best of them, and that is exactly what he's looking to prove tonight in there with Alec Price, because he is not wrong. We've told you, and anybody else that's seen him will tell you, Alec Price, one of the best in the world.
One of the best in the world, and very rarely does he get to test that against somebody who is arguably one of the best to ever do it, in Jay Lethal.
Looking to throw Lethal off his game. The series of nip-ups and a strut of his own while still in a wrist lock.
Spins out.
Uses the ropes to spin himself around into the arm drag. Lethal charges in, eats a drop kick.
Some of that wild, innovative offense of Alec Price.
And I said it earlier tonight when I talked about Mikey Montgomery and Dex Royal and how they're some of the most creative, how they are some of the best at just changing direction, changing motion mid-air in terms of body control. And they said perhaps the only one in the AIW locker room who does it better. It's the Prize City OG, Alec Price.
Jay Lethal looking like he's thinking through what he's going to do next. A little bit of jaw-jacking back and forth.
Looking to try to pull Price off of his game. Jay Lethal, as I said, he's not going to be intimidated necessarily. He may be taken a little off guard, but he is not going to be intimidated in this situation. He has been in there with everyone and anyone in professional wrestling. Sends Price into the corner. Price looked to head up and over. Lethal charging in. Lethal rolls him up. Immediately
Lethal
kicks free into the cradle. But Alec Price catches him, rolls through.
pinfall combination of his own. Price up onto the shoulders, into the victory roll. He's got Lethal down, 1 count only. Rolls back to his feet. Lethal catches a backbreaker.
Backbreaker. That'll stop the momentum.
Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. And no amount of body control is going to have you prepared for that one.
Jay Lethal shaking the cobwebs. You know he knew Alec Price was good. Don't know if he knew he was this good.
And that's the thing, to hear a guy's reputation like Alec Price, you can hear about how good he is, but unless you have seen him, there is no amount of preparation for how unorthodox he is.
No, and you can't have him scouted because he's constantly changing.
Oh, but that back elbow just flattened him. Lethal with the cover, 1 count only. Lethal still in control. At this point, he has looked to slow this one down, looked to ground Alec Price.
Then he's going to suplex his ass. Calling the shot. Don't know how smart it is called out loud.
Well, he's going to cinch him up. Looking to do exactly what he said. But Lethal did not account for Alec Price being ready for it. Price does a beautiful job of dropping the hips. That time counters through into the small package. 2 count for Price. Kick to the midsection from Lethal on the way up. And Lethal going right back to the suplex attempt. Price spun out. Lethal pulled him back in, ducks the clothesline attempt.
Come hell or high water.
Around. Price right back the other way. These two jockeying for position.
Around.
Lethal
he suplexed his ass.
Suplex.
Took a minute, but he got there.
And I said it at the beginning of the match. There's a cover, hook of the leg, 2 count only. Jay Lethal, so many times you were in there with a guy who has this kind of experience, a guy that is a 24-year veteran. And that means that they are past their prime. That means that their best years are behind them. Jay Lethal, as a result of how young he was, only 15 years old when he broke into professional wrestling, is still absolutely able to go with the best of them.
Jay Lethal in the prime of his career at 24 years in. Going on with a guy who knows what the prime of Alec Price will look like.
Price up and over the top, cartwheeling his way out, jumps up, Rana catches Lethal, sends him over, backs him into the ropes, Irish whip, no reversal by Lethal. Price holds on, uses the ropes to spring, change the direction, crossbody off the springboard, hook of the leg, 2 count only.
2 count only, Alec Price. I was saying it, who knows when all said and done where Alec Price will be, but if he keeps on this trajectory, he could be one of the best of all time.
Price looking to stay on top of Lethal. Now that he has got the advantage, he is going to press it. European uppercut just dropping Lethal.
Putting the boost to him, talking his trash.
Just stomping on Lethal in the corner. And Alec Price is definitely one that has never been shy, no matter who he is in there with, about talking that trash. Goes to whip across, but took perhaps a little bit too long. Gave Lethal a chance to drop that arm across the top rope, but European uppercut may have just loosened his grip.
Definitely loosened his grip.
Lethal sitting back onto that top
Still
rope.
holding on.
One more time, Price to the wheel. Kicks free.
Another one.
Another uppercut in the corner.
Lethal's arm still draped, though.
Price still cannot get him out of the corner. Lethal just holding on now. Lethal counters out. Forearm shot, one right back from Price.
Back and forth, stops it, kicks it off.
Spinning back fist out of Price, running the ropes, tornado DDT, hooks the leg, has him down 2.
Alec Price with some absolutely terrific timing, catching Jay Lethal as he turned around, using his own momentum to spin into that DDT, getting the near fall.
And this crowd showing their appreciation of both competitors in this matchup. Lethal dragged to his feet, forearm shot out of Price, just sends him right back down to his knees.
Alec Price still talking that talk.
Forearm shot to the jaw. Up in the corner.
Going to the top.
Looking to rain down some right hands. But Lethal out the back door, sweeps the foot, sends him face first into the top turnbuckle.
Alec Price taking a little too much time.
Now Price going for those mounted punches of his own in the corner.
Now Price slipping out from underneath. Going back to the top.
Oh,
Only
and
two
again. Face first.
Alec Price came down hard on the turnbuckle.
And Lethal looked to pick up the pace a little
bit.
bit.
Low.
Price kicking the back of the knee, leaving Lethal out to dry on that middle rope.
Who's Alec Price going for here?
Look to pull him over, perhaps. Inverted superplex. Lethal, though, is fighting his way back up. Both men throwing shots, trying to get the other one off balance so they might get the advantage.
Alec Price very, very precariously sat on top of that ring post.
Lethal looking for a superplex here. And he hits it.
Feel the vibrations through the floor on that one. A lot of impact. And Jay Lethal has to get up, has to get on top of Alec Price.
You gotta try to follow up on that superplex.
Can't let him catch his breath. Alec Price makes his way to the ropes. Ropes help him up.
Back elbow, though, from Price. Lethal catches him, fireman's carry position. Price out the back door. Wild swing, he is caught and spiked.
Bounced off his cranium.
Both legs hooked. 2-0.
Only a 2 count.
Somehow Price digs deep and manages to kick out.
Alec Price bounced off his head like a basketball. I don't know how his neck is not snapped in half. Jay Lethal called for the lethal injection.
But
caught.
Price was ready for it. Price
rolls
was ready,
him up.
rolls him up out of it. 2 count.
Kicks out.
Looks for
Ducks
the clothesline. And again, Price springing off the top rope, lands on his feet, back into the ropes. Rana.
Lethal on the outside.
Lethal to the outside.
Price flying.
Heaving himself over the top rope down into Lethal.
Alec Price is a man possessed right now. He is rolling. Going to the top.
Up top. Diving down and through Jay Lethal. Cover 2 and no, only 2, says Clemens.
Even Jay Clemens was shocked by that one.
Our camera angle obscured by the fans. I couldn't see the shoulders on the mat. Clemens, though, telling us it was only 2.
Alec Price.
Now looking for the on the blockbuster. Lethal is underneath. Lethal with the kick.
Lethal injection.
Looks for it again, but this time he is caught with a backstabber by Price.
Alec Price had him scouted.
Price, though, may have
Price's
damaged
knee.
his own knee. One more time going up on the blockbuster. Cover, hook of the leg, 2. No!
Ooh. Only a 2 count. Wild action here at AIW.
Somehow, Jay Lethal finds his way out of that before the 3 count. Now Price rallying this crowd behind him.
Not taking much.
I think he might be looking for a 720
DDT.
720 DDT, but Lethal
Caught.
counters out,
Lethal.
drops him.
Figure
Lethal.
4.
Oh, and Price
right at the ropes.
Immediately does not panic, knows exactly where he is, but Lethal drags
Great
him out
ring
center
awareness.
of the ring. But this time
Price.
he's caught. Small package out of Price too. No!
Couldn't tell whose shoulders were down. I think Lethal's shoulders were down.
And look to sweep. Instead is caught. Dragon screw leg whip. Lethal coming right into it.
Figure
this
4.
time the figure 4 is cinched in. Center of the ring.
Alec Price has nowhere to go right now.
And this is where the size of Price becomes a liability. He would do so much damage to his knees to try to drag Lethal to those ropes.
Trying to get to the rope.
He's trying to turn over and get there. Lethal just laying back with it though, using all of his weight, cranking back.
The longer he is in this hold, the more and more damage is being done to the knee of Alec Price. Take away most of his offense. It's about to tap.
Lethal,
No, he got to the ropes.
Managed to get it. He managed to use that length to get to the bottom rope.
Got to the ropes, but the amount of damage that's been done is insurmountable.
Lethal to his feet. Stomping, going right back after that knee of Alec Price. Oh, just kicking right through the back of it.
Takes his knee out of his knee.
Price using the ropes at this point to hold himself up. Lethal, a little bit of begrudging respect, I think, that Price continues to fight. Now the two of them center of the ring, forearm shots, and it kicks right through the patella.
Making him feel alive. Jay Lethal. I don't know if it's respect or confidence.
Hey, one more time, calling Price on. Price up with those forearm shots. The two of them center of the ring, exchanging blows, and again, kicking right through the front of the knee.
And Alec Price getting up once again.
Lethal just questioning him at this point. Goes to throw a shot, but Price blocks it. Price now flurry of forearm shots, spinning back. And if it's chopped, the two of them exchanging kick attempts, and it's Price who lands it. Price with a kick to the back of the head.
Price can't leave the ropes, though. He can't stand on his own.
As you said, so much of his offense is about springing, is about leaping. Lethal catches him up and over, lands on the feet, and that
can't do anything about it.
Gives out. Pushes Clemens out of the way, but there's a low blow by Jay Lethal as Clemens was turned.
Jay Lethal, I think he went to go kick his knee again. Lethal injection.
Lethal injection, and this one hits. Third time is the charm for the lethal injection after the low blow.
Here is your winner, Jay Lethal.
What a match.
Clemens calling for the bell. And this crowd firmly behind Mikey Montgomery. Definitely no question of home court advantage in this one.
Always. This crowd loves Mikey Montgomery. One of the homegrown stars here in AIW, started at the academy, graduated, went on, tag team gold, nearly won the JT Lightning Invitational Tournament against the now champion, the absolute champion, Eric Taylor.
Indeed, and Slim J, though, is not one who's going to be rattled by the crowd being on the side of Mikey Montgomery. This is definitely not the first time in his career he's been in that situation. A 24-year veteran.
Years and years of experience. Not going to let these mind games get to him, I'm sure.
He's taking the time to argue with the fans, though, not paying very much attention to Mikey Montgomery in the early going.
Got to figure, since they've already had a match, not going to be much of a feeling out process.
Collar and elbow
Get
tie.
right into things.
Mikey goes right to that wrist lock. And both these guys well used to being the faster competitor, the more creative, the more agile competitor. And it is always interesting in matchups like this as they go hold for hold in the early going.
Speed for speed. Mikey a little bit taller, but Slim J just a little bit heavier. No real size advantage. No speed advantage. It's going to be wrestling versus wrestling here.
Now looking to cinch up. He's got that arm isolated behind the back. Now comes back around, wrist lock out of Mikey Montgomery. Slim J grabs the top rope briefly. Decides that's not quite where he wanted it. Mikey pulling him back to the center each time. Slim J, though, finally gets the reversal, takes a wrist lock of his own.
Both these men constantly innovating, adding to their move sets.
As I said, Slim J not one to be rattled by the AIW crowd. Mikey Montgomery, without a doubt, feeding off of this crowd and just walking his way around into a wrist lock counter of his own.
Sometimes it's the easy way that you got to take. Oh, Slim J grabbing on.
Holding on to that side headlock, takes a quick shot on Mikey. Whip across, Slim J looks for the hip toss. Mikey countering, looking for one of his own. Both men locking up. Mikey stepping over the head, sent up and over. Looking for the back suplex. Slim J was ready for it, but not the second time.
Mikey rolling here early.
You said now these two very familiar with each other after that first round matchup. Now Mikey here looking to tie Slim J up.
A little bit.
Rolls him over. Slim J remembering this one well.
Not a fan.
From the JT Lightning Invitational Tournament. He didn't have a
lining him up.
Didn't enjoy it then and isn't enjoying it now. Kick right through the hamstring.
Seems like he didn't remember until it was happening.
Mikey, I think perhaps looking to get one of those undrafted free agent contracts. For any team looking for a place kicker. Slim J, though, up and over, lands on the feet, goes right to the eyes. Now just almost taunting Jake Clemens that he knows, as I said, the 24-year veteran just snapping off.
What a maneuver.
2 count only, no wasted motion. Had that half Nelson. Now snapmare over. Kick right to the back. 2 count only out of Slim J. Dives right back into the choke one more time. Just almost taunting Clemens while he's doing it.
He mentioned it knowing he has that 5 count. Taking every bit that he can.
Slim J now grabbing that hand.
Wearing down Mikey.
Using it to hold him in place. Now up, springboard off the second rope into an inverted DDT out of Slim J. Hook of the leg, 2 count only.
Told you the innovation of Slim J. Keeping control of that wrist the entire way around.
This crowd trying, I said, Mikey Montgomery feeding off of the support. But Slim J just sucking the air out of the room with one right hand to the head. Mikey, though, jawbreaker right back in this. Spinning back kick to the midsection.
Mikey building up ahead of steam.
Oh, Slim J just throws his shoulder right through him.
Slim J. Rolling right now. Trying to get that win back.
This crowd let him know that their opinion of him has not changed one bit.
I don't think he's worried.
Mikey pulled back to his feet. Oh, reverse neck breaker.
With authority.
Immediately dives to that cover, hooks the leg. Still only able to get a 2 count out of it, though. Slim J staying on the attack, pulls Mikey up. Looping right hand drops him right back down. Now booing the crowd as they boo him.
Slim J in full control. Looking to show a little power maybe. Mikey stopping it.
2 of them jockeying over a suplex attempt. Slim J, though, is behind, looking for a back suplex. Mikey up and over, lands on his feet, back into the corner, catches himself. He uses the foot, pulls Slim J down into the knee, waits for him to come over, leapfrog up and over. Montgomery into the ropes, ducks the clothesline. That single leg drop kick coming off the ropes.
Drives himself through Slim J. Slim J finds himself in the corner. Mikey notices them.
Charging across, boot right through the jaw. Slim J drags him back out, cinches up. Tornado into the vertical suplex cover. 2-0. Oh, so close.
Mikey almost getting another win over Slim J.
Last possible second, Slim J gets that shoulder up.
Mikey lining him up, thinking about his next move. The sliced bread.
Was looking for it. Slim J, though, was ready for it and caught him. Depositing Montgomery. He's got the leg grapevine. He's got it hooked, and still somehow Mikey finds his way out on 2.
Mikey showing that heart that we always talk about. Not going down easy.
Slim J dropping that knee across the throat of Mikey Montgomery. Now one more time, he breaks it before the 5 count, immediately jumps back in.
Letting Jake know that he can count too.
But he's got to be careful. It is referee's discretion of continually breaking the rules. May result in a disqualification even short of a 5 count. But one more time, cinching up, has that cravat just dragging Mikey down. Looked to go up and over one more time. Mikey, though, caught him, sliced bread, makes the cover, weight over the shoulders on the legs, and still Slim J out on 2.
It's as close as it gets. Both men taking their time.
Mikey imploring this crowd to stay with him, to stay behind him.
Mikey barely able to stay on his feet.
Looks for the Irish whip across.
Turns it around on him. Up on the rope.
Charging in. Double underhook. Tornado DDT. Slim J with the cover, too.
Yeah, might have been a pile driver. I don't know how Mikey is moving. I was just about to say he dropped him on his head.
He said the same thing.
I didn't say he's dead, but I'm just as surprised he's not dead as Slim J is. Oh, the two men just standing in the pocket.
Just throwing right hands at each other.
Back and forth, oh, big wind-up shot.
Oh, feint kick there, goes low, kicks right through the hamstring, that one right through the jaw.
Mikey.
Clothesline attempt is caught. Just held in place, clubbing clotheslines.
Break the chest. Oh, caught. Blu-ray driver.
Cover, he's got that heel hooked. And